For each of you, because you're here, you're at this conference, you obviously have a heart for these sort of things, you need to know about a common word. This is something that was in 2007, fall of 2007, in Jordan. There was a group that came together, sponsored by the leadership in Jordan, and they came together and basically said, okay, half of the world's population is made up of Christians and Muslims specifically. If there is not the opportunity for peace between these two massive groups of people, then world peace is not even possible. And so what do we have in common? What can we do? And so this committee got together of all these Muslim scholars across the different sort of sects, or we call denominations, or whatever, the different areas of Islam. They all got together in complete unity and said, let's come up with what this is and extend a hand of friendship to the Christian world out there. And I'm just going to read you a quick quote from this. It says, this is from a Common Word document: Muslims and Christians together make up well over half of the world's population. Without peace and justice between these two religious communities, there can be no meaningful peace in the world. The future of the world depends on peace between Muslims and Christians. The basis for this peace and understanding already exists. It is part of the very foundational principles of both faiths: love of the one God and love of the neighbor. These principles are found over and over again in the sacred text of Islam and Christianity. The unity of God, the necessity of love for Him, and the necessity of love of the neighbor is thus the common ground between Islam and Christianity. So this document was written, it was presented to essentially the Christian world, and then it was embraced, by different Christian leaders and all would respond. And so over the past 3 or 4 years, there have been conferences. In fact, there's a conference this weekend. It's if I'm not mistaken, the 4th Global Common Word Conference, and it's being held at Yale. Is that correct? It's at Yale, isn't it? The first one was, I believe, at the Vatican in Rome. There was one in London. There was one in Georgetown about 1.5 years ago that I was present at, and then there's this one at Yale right now. And what it is it's a global gathering of leaders in the Muslim-Christian movement, and there are also quite a number of Jews that are a part of that as well. But the way that it was framed here was specifically a Muslim-Christian thing, and there's definitely an inclusiveness that they've encouraged with the Jews as well. But I wanted to just point that out to you, make you aware of it. Please make a note of a common word. But what we're going to do is give you actually a copy of that full text that you can kind of take with you. So that's something that we'll distribute here in a little while. So there are going to be other things like this that we want to just point out. We want to bring up other leaders that are going to be coming through. We'll point out things like this. And these are the sort of things that will really add to your understanding of what's going on globally in this movement and how you can play a real part and be involved.